All right, welcome to the Iron Sharpening Iron Show. I'm your man, Big Jack. This is where we prove we are stronger together, that if each one would reach one, we can all grow and glow. And today I got a super guest with me, at least my co-host for today, Mr. Big Dog. How you doing, Big Dog?
I'm doing all right.
You doing all right? All right. Well, welcome and thank you for chiming in and helping us today.
Thank you for
Still
having me.
echo, so let me see if I can work on that real quick because uh, that's not good. So, I know that this summer is over, or it's getting ready to be over, and you're getting ready to go to school. So, tell us what do you do over the summer, and what you got going on for next year? What's going on?
Um, I was wrestling a little bit, um, trying to stay in shape for the season coming up, and recently got back into golf. Um, I'm gonna be playing golf in high school, so trying to work out some stuff. It's been a while since I've swung the clubs, so um, trying to get back in the motion of golf, and that's pretty much it.
All right. So you getting back in golf. So you said you wrestled, you golf, and what grade you going into?
Going in the 10th grade.
10th grade. Okay. All right. So sophomore year, that's a tough year. You got through the freshman year. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And you getting ready to go. So we have a golfer that's going to be a guest on today. So we don't want to take away from, so maybe he can help you out on give you some pointers and things like that. But we're going to turn this show over and bring him up on the stage. And we just thank you for being the co-host today. And maybe he'll point out some pointers for you. So let's see if we can get him up on the stage. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's get him up on the stage. All right, there he is, Mr. John Thompson. How you doing, sir?
Good. How y'all doing?
Doing well, doing well. Welcome to the Iron Sharpening Iron Show. I'm your man, Big Jack StoryTime. My man, Big Dog over there. Letting you know right now, we are live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, live on Twitch. And then once the show is over, we'll make some cuts and put it on Instagram and TikTok and things like that. But this is where we prove we are stronger together, that if each one would reach one, we can all grow and glow. And I thank you for being a member or a guest on the show.
Yes, sir. I thank you so much for bringing me on here.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been a follower of you for years. I remember even before you was in high school, I remember seeing you out there playing the game. But for those who don't know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. My name is John Thompson. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. Play lots of golf. Currently play for North Carolina A&T as a sophomore, going in as a computer information systems major. And other than that, I just fish a lot and listen to a lot of music.
Okay, wait a minute. So you say you're a sophomore at A&T.
Correct.
Okay, but you play a lot of golf. So how long have you been playing the game? How long have you been playing the game of golf?
I first played the club around 3, and then started playing tournaments, I believe, 9.
Okay, so been playing since you was 3.
Yes, sir.
So what does that mean? You had the little kiddie clubs and
just
the ball
kiddie
around?
clubs, kicking it around my dad a little bit, and then really decided to take serious later on.
I got you. All right, all right. So out of all the sports, have you tried any other sports, or golf was just that one that you went in and that was it?
Lots of basketball. I love basketball. But when COVID hit, I couldn't play anymore, so I just decided to take golf head on.
Okay, all right. No, that's what's up. That's what's up. And you also say you fish. So are you take me out on the lake, take me out in the ocean, off the dock? What kind of fisherman?
Mostly lakes and ponds. I'm a big bass fisherman, so.
Oh, bass. All right. Big mouth or large mouth or small mouth? What's that?
Large mouth.
Okay, large mouth. All right. Now, do you tournament fish, or is it just I'm fishing
Just
off the lake?
recreational stuff.
Recreation. All right. No, I like that. I love fishing. I enjoy that. That may, it's a good pastime, good thing to do. Relax, clear your mind sometimes.
Mhm.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you said you're now a sophomore at A&T. So before we got there, tell us a little bit about if you don't mind, the high school years. How was it as a high school student, what did you have to do to prep yourself to get ready for college?
High school student, I started out a little late. I was a little behind the game. So in high school, I changed my schedule around a little bit and decided to just devote all my time after school straight to practice. And it helped me out really well. And now I'm able to play Division I golf.
I got you. Now, what do you mean when you said you was a little late? Explain that for us.
I wasn't per se as good as everyone else going into high school. I was getting beat a lot, pretty behind, basically coming in last in most of the tournaments. But after all that practice time and stuff, I was able to bring it back pretty well.
I got you. So did you do a lot of junior golf? I mean, were you in a lot of, or was it just tournaments? How prior to, like you say, for you to say you was behind, you had to compare yourself to something. So
for sure,
comparing yourself to,
yeah. I did a lot of tournaments outside of high school. I did high school golf, varsity golf, and other than that, I played a lot of the CGA, SCJGA, and then a couple of AJGAs here and there.
Okay. All right. No problem. So now, like you say, when you got into high school, you were saying some of the kids or other players were better than you. But were they upperclassmen or all freshmen?
Upperclassmen at my school. And then just in my area, a lot of the kids are super good. I was like, I want to be there. So.
Got you. Yeah. That's good. That's motivating. So as the years went on, did you get better?
I did. Yes, sir.
Okay, I mean, so now you're like in high school, you the top dog. Everybody looking at you is like, I'm gonna come get you. Is that how? That's how. I mean, how did that work? How did it go for you?
I guess so. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to just beat myself. That was kind of my mindset.
Okay, I got you. Now, now we're talking to people out here that might never played the game or people who are getting into the game. What does it mean to beat yourself in golf? How does that work?
It's getting 1% better every day, and going out to practice, putting as much time as you can. That's the main thing, because it's just putting in the reps. If you continue to put in the reps, you're eventually going to get better.
Okay, all right. So now they say it's a saying: drive for show, chip and putt for dough. So what's your big game? Are you a big driver, or you can chip and putt? What is it?
Sadly, a big driver, I'll be honest. Yeah. But we're leveling up the chipping putting for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, and some people like the big blast, and if you can hit it, that's great, because then it makes hitting a driver and putting a wedge in your hand is a whole lot better than hitting a driver putting a 6-iron in your hand. That's me. I gotta hit the driver, put my 6 in my hand, then get the wedge, and then putt for bogey. All right. So I'm sure you're past that. So if you could tell us what was your long drive? What's your personal best right now?
Personal best? I'm not exactly sure. I don't really keep track of it anymore. But if I did personal best, it would probably be around 350, 360. But
wow,
I try to just keep it in the fairway nowadays.
Oh yeah, no, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So now in high school, how do y'all compete in high school? If you can remember, what was it like? Would you just go out as like you make the team and it's 10 of y'all and everybody just go play, or how does that work in high school?
That's basically how it is. We played matches against schools in our area, maybe once every 2 weeks, from January to May, and then maybe a tournament once a month or so, and then states and regions and all of that.
Okay, and you said match play, so they'll just match you up with another player, maybe in your caliber, and y'all just, try to play 9 holes or 18 holes and see who has the most points.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, no, that's cool. That really is cool. So now you're a student that's an athlete. And so how important was hitting the books and hitting the grades as far as getting through? Because now you're in college. So do you think when you was in high school that was important to make sure you hit the books and all of that?
I'll be honest, it wasn't as important in high school, but especially being in college, you have to balance, tournament weeks, tests, making sure you catch up on everything. So finding a good balance between, social life, school, and golf is huge, especially going into college.
And so is it a lot? So in college golf or in high school, let's just say with high school for a second, do you have multiple day events or is it just that one day event?
Multiple day events.
Even in high school?
We had a couple here and there.
Okay.
2 day
All right.
events.
Wow.
It
Yeah. So
wasn't
I can see.
anything more than 2 days.
Yeah, I can see that being tough on studying, making sure that because you go out there, a round will be anywhere between let's say 3 to 6 hours you're out there and so that's going early, warming up, getting ready. And that's a good question. How important is it to get warmed up before you go out on the course? What most people just get there and then they jump out their car and then they go play. So what do you think on that?
That's something huge that a routine that you can build before a tournament. Whether it's stretching, warming up, meditating, building a good routine before you go out and play is huge too.
Okay. All right. I see you over there, big dog. You got any questions coming up? Anything you think?
Was the transfer from Howard and NCAT, was that like where you like okay, how am I gonna ask this? Like was it hard to go from the other school?
So
So far,
I'm sure you heard it. Go ahead.
So far, it has not been. I went on my visit, saw everything, met a couple cool people. So it's been pretty good so far. I've had to get on campus and truly, live out a schedule. So other than that, yeah, it's good.
All right. And we want to thank everybody who's watching right now. We got John Thompson here on the Iron Sharpening Iron Show, and a collegiate golfer out of South Carolina who's now at North Carolina A&T. We got Big Dog up here as well, and we do have a question in the chat, and it says, JT, what was the last obstacle you had to overcome?
I would definitely say not playing much my freshman year at Howard. Coming from high school, I played every event every week, so it was a little weird of a change, but I think just grinding through it was what got me through it at the end of the day.
Okay, all right. And I know Big Dog, he got us into the college part of it. So you were at Howard University first, so that was your first pick. So how does the transition go for college? How's the recruiting for college golf? So I played college football, so I know I did my visits and I did my trips and all of that, and they gave me a full ride at a Division I school. But how is it in college? What do you have to do, or is it just give us a breakdown on that? How does a college know that you're out there?
Pretty much the same thing probably you did. Emailing the coaches, trying to call coaches, inviting them out to tournaments, going on visits, Zoom calls, the whole gist of it, trying to get offers and seeing what's best going to fit you for you.
Okay. All right. And you selected a HBCU. Was that important for you to pick HBCU over any other college, or was that just how would that go?
I will say I really do love the HBCU life. So it, I was just looking for the best opportunity as a well-rounded school, pretty close to home. Great scholarship offer. So it was.
All right.
Yeah, it was
so now you're in my neighborhood. When you was at Howard, so you was in my neighborhood. So I'm out of the Washington D.C. area. So
really?
How was it transitioning from South Carolina to Washington D.C. even for 1 year? How was that transition?
I'll be honest. I didn't like the life in Washington D.C. I'm a suburb country kind of kid, so a lot of people, a lot of traffic is not really my thing, and cold. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah. It does get cold. We do have our winters and all of that. So South Carolina Pro was a big transition, and it is busy. DC is not a easy place to navigate around. I mean, catching metro trains and buses and this, unless you're driving, and even if you're driving, it makes it tough out there. But Howard is a great university, and I'm sure, and they have a good program they're building up. So that's good. And we've had a guest on the show before. Matter of fact, I think I'm seeing Maurice Jackson down there now, had Kendall Jackson on, She came out of Howard University. So when she was on the show. So that's pretty cool that having you two, because I followed you both before you got to college, and now I'm seeing you transition. So did you put yourself in the portal? Is that how it goes as far as transferring from Howard to A&T, or was it a portal, or how did that go?
Yes, sir. That is how it goes, the transfer portal.
All right, so that wasn't there when I was out, so I don't know about it. So yeah, that's why I was asking. Say there was no portal when I played. You transferred, but you didn't get to transfer from a portal to whatever. So, so transferring, you just put your name in the portal, and any school that's out there. How does the portal work for those who are curious about it?
So whenever you enter the transfer portal, I guess your name is just put into this huge list of kids with averages, your email and phone number, where you're from and stuff like that. I heard it's a big mumbo jumbo of just thousands of players, and it's hard to get picked up in the transfer portal for sure. You have to be really patient because sometimes you might not even get hits back, or somebody might not even reach out to you. So it's definitely got to be really patient in the process. Yeah.
No, that's interesting that you're saying that, because you put your name. So you had to have some type of game to put your name in the portal. Yeah. And then these schools are looking for players, and they decide to pick you out of all the players. Was A&T a school that you already wanted to go to? Is that something, or did you just get picked up by a school and like, I didn't want to go there? Was that a school you wanted to go to? Right?
I did want to go to A&T.
Okay. Was that so like I know when I was going through the recruiting process, I had 5 visits. So that's all I was allowed from the NCAA. And you had the 5 visits and you went on. So you had like pretty much like 5 choices. So A&T was one of your 5 choices. That's to say that in the beginning.
It was.
Okay. Well, congratulations to be able to get to the school that you wanted to go to. And there was another question in there. It says your personal best score. What's your personal best score is what was put out in the chat. So JT, what is your personal best score?
My personal best is 64 at my home course here in Columbia.
Okay, wow. All right. So at the home course, 64. All right. And that's for me, that's 9. So you say that's 18 for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So no, that's good. And what's your practice routine? So when you're going out, what's your practice routine?
So a practice routine, it can, depending on the day, it could be anywhere from 5 to 10 hours practicing. But I normally split my practice up into 3 different sections: technical, training, and then performance. For technical, that just gets me started for the whole day, making sure everything's in the right positions to actually hit the ball in the middle of the face and see the right ball flight. Training, I'm actually looking at targets, playing games to like accuracy games, ball shape games. And performance is me actually going out there and playing how I would play in a tournament, but making it more difficult on myself.
Okay, so now the technical, so is any of this part, I want to make sure I understand, is any of it part like hitting the weights or stretching, or is that part of the routine?
Oh, that's just a everyday thing. Yeah.
So working out in the gym is part of it. It's part of the practice routine. And then when you say technical, what are we talking about?
So training doesn't go under strength conditioning and running and stuff. That's just something I do every day. But the technical training and performance is golf oriented.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And so the question just came up, and I want to it says Jenny Bethune, and I'm not sure, some of them you probably know and you already know, but it says, what advice do you have for juniors who are trying to decide which college program to choose? So, and I want to say, I'm believing they're talking about junior golfers. So a junior golfer looking for a college program, what advice would you give them?
Looking for a college program. I think you have to weigh out the pros and cons. And you may have a school that you want to go to, but it doesn't check all the boxes. And to be honest, if it doesn't check all the boxes, then you probably shouldn't go there, and you should probably pick another school.
Okay. All right. So was the having your major important? Was that something that you thought about? I mean, I know we got the program itself, the athletic program, but the school itself, the having your major is that something you wanted to do before you went to school, or is it something I just went with because that's what they had?
Something I wanted to do before I went to school.
So you wanted to get into computers before you went into school. That was like, I'm going into computers.
Correct. I actually just changed my major from, I was in sports management, but I'm changing it to computer information systems.
Okay. All right. So that was one of the biggest issues I had was I went to a school that didn't have what I really wanted to do with my life. So you started making adjustments to the school, but not, for your well-being, so that's good. That's good that you're, if that's something you wanted to get into. So do anyone ever say anything about your name? Because every time I see your name, I'm thinking Georgetown, John Thompson. So do you ever get that?
I did up in DC, I live in the DMV area. I had a couple of people just freak out. It was like, oh my gosh, you was grandson, something like that. Like, nah, not quite.
Right.
So yeah, a couple times.
I was saying, being up there, having that name, I know you catch a lot, man. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we got one down there, and we thank everybody for putting the comments and the questions in the chat, and thank you for tuning in to the Iron Sharpening Iron Show, part of the Iron Sharpening Iron universe. If you haven't already hit that like button or hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, because we bring you real people, real conversations, and real stories. And the question, JT, it says, do you have a favorite meal before game? And if so, what is it?
Honestly, whatever my mom cooks. Well, whatever comes goes. So.
Okay. All right. Wait a minute. So in college, mom ain't cooking for you in college. So you might have a favorite meal.
I'd probably say normally I just eat rice, eggs, and chicken and just throw it into a big plate, and that's my nutritious meal before.
Okay. All right. No, that's what's up. What's up? And I know you said you like listening to music. So do you have what they call a playlist for warming up and working out, and even before you hit the course? Do you have your playlist already built in?
I do. I listen to jazz before I go play normally.
Okay. All right. What's up? So now help me, because I don't know. I don't know. So in college, even in high school, you're one-on-one against somebody, match play. Is any trash talking going on during this?
With a teammate or a random person? Teammate, definitely. A lot of trash talking going on, yeah. But
all right. So what is that like out on the course with your teammate talking trash? How does that work?
It's fun. Normally we're playing for something, whether it's over dinner that night or anything of that sort. It can get pretty competitive out there. So
okay, so really the opponent that you're going against is just in the way, because you're really going against your teammate.
Yeah,
like, I'm really trying to be them. You just happen to be here today. Okay, all right, that's cool. That's really cool to think about. Like, I'm not even worried about you. I'm just focusing on that. All right, so that's good. So what's your routine? I mean, I'm asking now, what's your routine sitting on the box? So you're sitting on the box, you're getting ready to tee off for the first hole. So you're in the first tee, they just announced your name, and you're standing there looking down the fairway. What are you thinking in your mind at this time?
On the first box?
Yeah, first tee box.
Ooh, first tee box. If I have a driver in my hand, I'm just thinking just swing hard, because it's better. Honestly, it's just better for me to think about that than anything, I guess, technical about my swing, because then you just get to thinking so much. Your heart stops beating fast, and you might as well just swing hard at driver and see what happens.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you just get up there and say, this knock, I'm getting it out of here. I'm killing it.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in college, you're allowed to use carts, right? You can actually use a push cart or whatever, or do you need a caddy? How does it work in college?
You don't get a caddy in college tournaments. I don't use a push cart personally. I just carry my bag, but you can if you need to.
Okay. All right. And you can use the range finders and all in college?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, do y'all study the course? Is it a lot of film, or how does it work for practice as far as the coach getting a team ready? How do you break the course down?
We kind of have our own things we do. I normally try to get intel from a course before from someone, watch a video, study it online, and then piece all that together when I get onto the course for the practice round.
I got you. No, good question. Good question. I mean, that's a good comment on that right there. All right, so you're leaving Howard and you're at A&T. Have you actually played at A&T yet?
Not yet. This will be my first year upcoming.
Okay, all right. So, what are you expecting this year at A&T? What that's a big change from one to the other. So, what are you expecting?
I'm expecting some great things. I love the coach there. She's really cool. Great courses that we practice at. Amazing tournaments we play. A lot of opportunities there for sure. And I love the campus too. So I'm expecting great things.
Okay. All right. So can you help us, those who don't know and want to know, and especially got kids or that's like say juniors that's going into the college, what is the work balance like between practice and class and all of that, even in your freshman year? How was that transition? What was the balance like for you?
The transition was not bad, honestly. We'd have workouts in the morning, probably around 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and then got to go to class directly after that. Come back maybe 11 or 12, and then eat, go straight to practice, come back, and then you just got to do your homework around 8 or 9 o'clock and then go to bed after that.
Okay. All right. So now, what was your workload as far as class-wise? Did you just have the required, 12 hours, I think, of classes, or how did you overload yourself or whatever?
Mm-hmm. I did 15 credits per semester.
Okay, 15 hours. All right. Okay. And college, you still got to stay eligible, so you still got to have at least a C average, right? Right.
Yeah.
Is it still a C? I'm not sure. Is it still a C average?
I think it's still a C. I think like a 2.5 is the minimum you can have on a college. Yeah.
Oh, so the minimum. So it's not just a C, because I think that's 2.0. So you're saying you got to carry at least a 2.5.
Correct.
Which is good. You don't want to go in there and just barely make it through, because I mean that's you don't want to just barely make it through. That's what a lot of people do. Yeah, I'm gonna take basket weaving for 4 years and then I'm gonna come out. No, that's not gonna work. So you definitely don't want that. So now, what is the goal? What is the goal? So you're gonna get through A&T, and I'm gonna say more. What's a dream over a goal? What's a dream for you as far as the game?
Winner on the PGA Tour for sure.
So you want to make it to the tour?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that something that you got once you started playing in high school and college, or is that something from 3 years old? Like, I'm gonna be the next and name a player.
High school. Probably started freshman year, just when I really wanted to, take this head on and try to make it to the PGA Tour.
Okay. All right. That's cool. No, that's really cool. So, do you know anyone who's already done that? And I guess the next steps from college and to keep moving on. Do you already know the plan, or you have a plan?
Not really a plan. I think I just take it head on. I mean, take hold of all the opportunities that I have and play the best I can. I think that's just the only real plan somebody could actually have. There's not a direct path. There's so many different paths. So just taking hold of all the opportunities that you have for sure.
No, I respect that. No, I appreciate that. So I got a couple of questions that came up, and I'm thanking everyone who has tuned in to the Iron Sharpening Iron Show. We got Mr. John Thompson here with us, and not John Thompson from the Hoyas, but no, just joking. But John Thompson here with us. We got my man Big Dog up there, co-hosting with me today, the silent assassin over there in the corner. But this question is for Big Dog. It says, this question is for Big Dog. It says, you said that you were starting golf again for high school. What made you want to start again, and why did you stop? So that's for you, Big Dog.
Well, I stopped because I was playing other sports. I was playing basketball, starting up again with football. So, like, it kind of went away from golf. And going into my sophomore year in high school, I didn't want to play football and golf at the same time. So I was like, my options were cross country and golf, not a cross country runner. So I was like, okay, I'll pick up golf again. And then I had to get back into it since I wasn't playing golf for so long. So I try to get back into it before the season starts.
All right, good answer. Good answer. I hope that answers the question out there. And Thompson, this is for you. It says, are there NIL opportunities for golfers in the HBCU schools?
There is not as many, but there is.
Okay. All right. So for those who don't understand or might not know what the NIL is, and that's name, image, and likeness. And those are the deals that you can get for basically your using for them to use your name, your image, your likeness. Like if it was a college golf video game and they had John Thompson out there playing golf, someone needs to pay John Thompson for using his name and his image and his likeness. And you'll see a lot more in football and basketball and baseball. And it's a big thing in schools now where they're getting NIL deals. They're getting sponsorships even in college. And some of them make more in NIL deals than they make in contracts in the pros. So that's a good thing. So I know at Howard, if I'm not mistaken, I think Steph Curry was like a big sponsor for them and helping them get their program up and running. So does A&T have a backer like that, or that you know of, or is it? If you don't know, you just don't know. I'm not sure. I know that Steph Curry was a backer for Howard. I was just wondering if A&T has that same support.
J.R. Smith was a big backer of our program for some years, and I think he still is.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. I mean, it's always good to have somebody that's going to back your program and things like that. So now, does A&T have its own course that y'all practice on, or do you? I know at Howard you had to travel to different courses for practice. At A&T, is it a college course already there, or how does that work?
We have 3 different courses we play at. We practice and play at up in Greensboro.
Okay, all right. And that was going to be my next question. So, what part of and it's in North Carolina? So, Greensboro, North Carolina, is where A&T is located. Okay. Is there any other universities nearby, or how does the schedule work? You only play against HBCUs, or do you play against other schools around?
We play against every school. UNCG, so UNC Greensboro. We play 2 of their events. I think we play UGA's event. We play Davis's event. So I think UNC Wilmington also. We travel to Puerto Rico for a tournament. So we don't normally play HBCUs. It's maybe 1 or 2 out of the 11 tournaments we may play that have HBCUs in them, but we're mostly playing against everybody on the D1 level.
Okay, oh, that's good. That's good. So now here's a question I got for you, because I just want to know what's in your bag. So what are you playing with? What clubs are what's your brand of choice, if we can go that direction?
Brand of choice for driver ping. My bag's pretty diverse because I don't have a close sponsor, so I just kind of play whatever I like, and that goes well for me.
And I was going to wonder that, because a lot of people I would say a lot of people, me personally, I'm a brand loyal. So my whole bag is the same brand. I don't change them out. But what do you think on that? Do you have to have the same brand, or like say you got a diverse bag? So it's just whoever makes the best putter, the best driver, the best this, and that's who you're going with?
Oh yeah, for sure. If you're with a company, then you probably have to stay with them. But I like my bag the way it is right now.
Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. So take the driver out. What's the next favorite club in the bag?
putter. I have
putter.
a Odyssey Toulon Austin that I really love.
Okay, all right. So, and what ball of choice? What's the ball?
Tyler's probably one.
Okay, the Pro V1s. Okay, so you got the big balls. You
For
got
sure.
the lose one of them, you just lost $10. Yeah, so that's how our amateurs look. That's how we
Yeah.
look at it. Yeah, it's some expensive balls. So now we go into an event and you're in school. You're going to an event. What's in the locker? How does that work in college? What's in your locker?
What do you mean as in locker?
Meaning, I know like in the pros events, they show up, they have a case of balls already in there for them. They might have a towel and a bottle of water. What's it at? So how does the college prepare you for, here you are. I know I'm hoping you don't have to go buy your own balls. I hope you don't have to, so do the college supply anything for you?
Oh yeah, we get our own golf bags at the beginning of the season. Outfits to choose from, fitness gear, socks, shoes, hats. We get golf balls normally for every tournament, gloves before every tournament, and then the course book that we have going into the tournament.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. Another question came out there. What do you like to do in your downtime? So now you're not on the course, you're not working out, and you said 10 hours of practice. So that's in school. So there's sleep is probably your only downtime. But but what do you like to do in your downtime?
Fish. Love to fish after a long day on the course. After a tournament, I'll fish. Day where I'm not doing anything, I'll fish. Yeah, just fishing and eating, honestly.
Okay, all right. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. So here's a question: have you ever done tournament fishing? Because bass is a big tournament fish.
Not yet. I kind of want to, but
Right.
I haven't found the time to actually enter a tournament and
I got you.
just fish the lake that we'll be doing in the future. So
Okay, all right. So now you say the dream is to play at the next level. So the next level for you would be the PGA, and I know there's so many different ways to get to that, to the PGA. That to say we use the Corn Ferry Tour, so we're going to use Q School and things like that. So what's Plan B? So Plan B, I know you said computer. The majors computers.
That's not really a plan. I mean, it's either go big or go home with golf, and computer information systems is something I'm just interested in. And if I have to do it, then I will.
Got you. But we're gonna play. I like that because it's funny. I was looking at a poster or a billboard on one of a school, and they said, "What if the plan works?" And a lot of times we don't think about the plan working. We always have a plan B and a C and this and that. But like, what if the plan works? So that's why you putting a plan together, and I like your answer because of that fact that you threw it out there. That this is it. We're gonna make this thing work. We're gonna make it happen. That's pretty cool. Just like you said when you walked into high school. Yeah, my God, I'm gonna get these people. I'm gonna be better than them, and this and that. So when you came out of high school, and I know I'm taking you back a little bit, were you? I know you were better than, but was your name on the board or on the wall now? People know who you are. They walk in their high school and they're like, "Hey, you remember John Thompson? Oh yeah, man, he was a." Is that what they're thinking about you?
I don't think I'm anywhere. My name's playing anywhere, but a couple people know me. Not everybody, but just a couple.
Okay, all right, okay, no, it's okay, it's okay. So now, when you play, just for fun, do you go out with like your dad and the fellas, or your game too much for us old guys? How's it go now? What happens when you go on the course for fun?
When I go on the course for fun, definitely playing with my dad. Probably, if not my dad, then a couple friends nearby. Probably needs to be more often than I do that, but yeah, definitely don't.
Okay, all right, no problem. Now, do you take it easy on anybody? Do you
Nah.
pull out all this? You just go all out on them?
Nah.
I got you. All right, so you just go all out on them. All right. So, Big Dog, I don't want to hold you over there in the corner, man. You got anything for us?
Do you have like a pregame routine for like a tournament or something like that?
Pre-game is in days before or the same day?
Yeah,
Okay.
days
So
before.
days before, normally the practice round is the day right before the tournament, but before that, I always try to look at the course online, see some shot shapes I would love to hit on the course, get numbers to certain distances off of tee balls, and just practice that for a while so I can I guess just drill that into my mind before the tournament. The day of the tournament, well, the day before the tournament, which is the practice round, um, normally you're just trying to put yourself in spots that you wouldn't want to be in, because you never know. You might as well just practice it while you can. Um, the day of, getting to the course early, making sure you're warmed up, stretched out, ready to go, and then when you get to the practice range, just drilling some shots that you're going to hit on the course, putting a lot of lag putts, and that's really about it.
And another question: in college, do you go to the course you're gonna play at, like the day before the practice, or
Yeah.
do you practice at a home course?
Definitely going to the tournament course the day before the tournament, if not 2 days if you can.
Okay.
Wow. So it's I guess there's a lot of traveling in the golf world.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So how does that work for you as far as school? So you're on the road, you got tournaments or whatever. Do the school provide a tutor to go with you or study hall? How does that work?
Oh, you're on your own. You gotta gotta make sure you get all your work in, studying for tests you have coming up. If you miss a test, email the teacher, see if you can get it uh, done when you come back.
Wow. So you say you're on your own, man. That's so it
Yeah.
takes a lot of discipline to say, hey, I know I got this, but I'm also this. So that was one of the big things I try to share with anybody. You are a student who's an athlete. And that's where the big part is between the two. Just knowing that you're a student that's an athlete. All right. So if I had a young man, like we got Big Dog up here and he's talking about making college or playing golf in college, what advice would you give him? What are some of the things you would tell him to do if a person was trying to make that move?
Grind, and practice with a purpose. Those two are like the first two things I tell anybody. If you have the time to put in 8 hours, then do that. If you have the time to be out on the golf course all day, then do that. Find a practice that works for you and that will benefit you. Like when you're out there in a tournament, like the best it possibly can. If you're not practicing with a purpose, then you might as well just stay home. I've experienced that myself. Because at that point, you're just hitting golf balls and getting in your own head about things that isn't really important.
Wow, good points. So what does it mean to practice with purpose in the golf world? So what does that mean?
It's really easy to just be out there and mindlessly hitting golf balls, rather than having a target, a routine, a setup you're going to, a technical feel you're going to in your swing. It's really easy to not do that when you could be doing that and actually learning things and drilling something that could really help you out in the tournament.
Okay, all right. So now, who did you? I want to say, who was your influence? Who influenced you to want to play golf or get you into the game? I mean, I know for a lot of us, it was seeing Tiger Woods come through and this and that, and everybody was going to be the next. So, was there anyone that you watched or focused on that really pointed you in that direction?
My dad got me into golf at first. A couple of professionals that, I mean, obviously everybody wants to be better than, be just like, and especially in high school, I really wanted to start being the kids in my area. So that was huge too.
I got you. All right. That's good. That's good. So if it wasn't for golf, would it be anything else? Would it be any other sport? I know you said basketball. So how was your game in basketball? Was it like I'm gonna make it to college in basketball if I don't make it in golf?
I'm not tall, so I mean, I'm only like 5'11", so I probably couldn't play competitive basketball. Not doing college level, everybody's 6'6" and above. So, yeah, that's out of the question. That's not even. It's
Yeah,
not
I
even.
got you. So what about the family support? Is it important to have the family there watching, or you prefer them not to be there and then you just call them and tell them how you did?
It depends on the tournament, honestly. Sometimes I just want to, go out there and be by myself, and then other times it's great to have your family there for sure.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. I can respect that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You got a lot of people out there that's cheering for you and rooting for you out there. So it's how important, and this is another question for you, John. And MJ, I want you to think about this one too. How important is the mental game? If everyone has a golf game, can the mental game give you an advantage?
That's mental is 80% of the game.
Okay.
Right. It takes. You can have the skills, but if your mental game is all whacked up, then you're probably going to shoot like 8 strokes worse. Like it's something that really matters more than what people think it does.
Wow. So you're saying mental game, and that's, it's funny because that's all sports. So that a lot of people think that's a golf thing or whatever. No, that's all sports. I say it 1,000 times. 75% of the game. I say 70. You said 80. So I'm gonna go with your 80. But 75% of the game is mental, and then the rest of it is physical. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes out there with game, right? But now I gotta, hit the right shot. Don't get caught up. So say you had a bad shot off the tee. So I know that doesn't happen because you hit fairways all the time. But if you had a bad shot off the tee, is that shot gone, or do I still need to think about that shot, or what's as you're walking to your ball? What are you thinking at that time?
It can be a mixture. I think at first you gotta reevaluate what you did, because if you're not, then you're trying to just dismiss it without addressing it. So being able to address that before you go to your next shot is important, but don't let it dwell in your mind thinking, oh my gosh, I just hit a bad shot. I'm going to do it again, because that's when you keep hitting bad shots. But when you reevaluate it and able to learn from that shot, then you can come back pretty well.
I got you. Now with college, and I know high school and even amateurs, like in the pros, they got thousands of people standing on the side, finding every ball to go left, right, and all of that. How is it in college? Is anyone out there spotting for you and telling you your ball's over here or whatever? Or is it just
if the
finding
ball's gone, then it's not going to foul. Yeah, you have literally thousands of people out there on the PGA Tour watching, so it's almost impossible to lose a ball unless you're in the water. So, yeah, I mean, if you lose a ball, then you lose a golf ball.
Right, yeah. And that's why I think a lot of people don't realize that. So do you think that's an advantage for pro golfers because they have someone to actually basically spot all their misses, where in college and high school and all, there's nobody finding that ball for us, and it's gone. And that's
I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not really a big deal because, if you're having a tough round and you're losing golf balls, then having those people out there would be great. But yeah, I mean, of course, I'd rather have people out there watching to find golf balls for me and stuff.
Yeah, I got you. No, yeah, I got you. Yeah, so we got to get you to the PGA, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your favorite? There's a question for you. What's your favorite course and why?
Favorite course? Hoopy Match Club out in Cobbstown, Georgia. I got to play that course through the Underrated Tour, through a selection of golfers. But that was my favorite experience in golf, for sure.
Okay.
Amazing course, great people. Met some pretty cool brand owners and stuff. So that was, I loved it.
I want to put you on the spot over there, big dog. Would you remember your favorite course?
I would say Worthington Manor.
Worthington
Manor is probably one of my favorites.
All right. That's a good. Where does it matter? Oh, that's right. You've been in DC. You played that course.
Yeah, that course is I mean, it's great condition, but oh my gosh, it was.
Yeah, it's a tough track. It's a really tough
Yeah,
track.
you just gotta like find your way around it, you know.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking no one would know that, but you was in DC, so you know that.
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes.
That's a tough track. So if you can play it,
Yeah,
and it's funny that's well, Big Dog's going to be his high school. That's their home course. So
nice.
He's going to have to play that on a regular. Yeah. So that's going to be his home course. So that's what's up, and that's really cool. So I want to make sure we hit everybody because we had some great questions and comments today. So I thank everybody for tuning in. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button so we get more episodes like this. And John Thompson, thank you for being here. It says, who is your favorite golfer and who would you like to meet?
Favorite golfer on the PGA Tour, I would say Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh, wow.
I love his move. You know, if I can replicate that, I would. So.
Okay. So is there any golfer that you would like to meet? And I just say living or past?
That's a good question. I've never thought about that.
Okay.
Probably Tommy Fleetwood. I'd like to.
Again? Okay. All right. Well, Tommy Fleetwood, if you're watching this show right now, John Thompson wants to meet you. Let's get you get y'all together out there. I don't care, even if it's on the tour, we're gonna get you out there with Fleetwood. Let's look at it as an African American golfer. Is it difficult for you out there on the course? I know when you look around, maybe at a HBCU school, but it's when you look around in the golf world, the PGA now today, you don't see many that have your complexion. So is that something that goes through your mind? Is that something that motivates you? Or is it something that you like, or have you had any issues while you was out on the course?
Never any issues. It doesn't really bother me. I'm just kind of out there trying to do my own thing. So it doesn't really run through my head. So.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. And I know there was a question, can you trash talk on a course like football? And you answered that already. With your teammates, you can talk trash. You can't talk trash to the other team that you're playing against. You got to, it's not like, was it Happy Gilmore where you running around jumping? We can't do the Happy Gilmores out on the course.
Yeah.
So a question said, have you ever met Tiger Woods? And if so,
yes.
If you have. He said, how cool was that meeting Tiger?
It was really cool. He's huge. He's probably like 6'4". Obviously great at golf. He was out there giving us some tips and stuff. So it was a cool experience.
Right. Oh, so you met him and he was actually giving you tips.
He gave me a couple. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. Now, was this something that you just happened to be at a tournament, or was it a camp, or you got access to his backyard? How does that work?
It was I think a Bridgestone and Pathway to Progression commercial. So they brought a couple people out and we were able to talk to him and spend some time with him.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. And that is cool right there. So that's pretty cool. Now, you're around the same age as his son. So have y'all ever played against each other? Or have you ever been in a tournament where? Okay.
I think he's 17. So he's going into his senior year of high school.
Oh, really? I thought he was older than that. Okay. All right. So, wow. All right. So he's so down. Would you like to be on a course with him? Would you like to go against him and play against, I guess, Charlie Wood and then who's that? John Daly's son is another one that's a big one that's coming through. That's in that young age. So have you ever thought about that? I'm gonna get out there with them.
Oh, I'd love to play against anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good question. Have you ever been stumped by anybody? Have you been on the tee or had it been paired against someone and you're like, man, this is going to be a long day because this guy's really good?
Not really. You can't think about that, unless, you can't really think about that. That's something that'll just tear you down if you think about that too much.
Okay. All right. No, I gotta respect that. I gotta respect that. So I'm up on the tee, and I got a 190-yard par three. What club are you pulling out the bag?
7-iron.
7-iron, 190 yard, par three. Wow. Okay. All right. See, I got a lot of practice. I'm pulling my driver, so I got a lot of practice to go. That's what's up. So I'm looking at to make sure we don't miss any of the questions in there, and I think everybody hit they really hit some good questions for you. So all right. So now you're standing at school. You're getting ready for your sophomore year that's getting ready to come up. You're at A&T, and you look across, and there's Howard University. Do you have any thought about it, or it's just like it was a transfer as a transfer? I'm not, I don't feel anything right now.
I mean, it is what it is, I'm gonna go dap my guys up and then they can go and play.
Okay, all right. So if you know somebody and you're playing against them, we're friends when they start, we're friends when they end, but doing that first in the middle is
Oh
me.
no, yeah, I'm a trash talk while I'm out there with them.
I got you.
For
I
sure.
got you. So wait a minute, if you know them, you can trash talk to them.
I mean, we have in a tournament before, with a couple guys I know, but
Okay.
I like to keep it calm for the most part.
I got you. So has anyone from your high school teams went to college? Did anyone else go other places around the country?
No, sir. That was just me.
What? So wait a minute. You came into the high school program, you said you was not the best out there, and then as you went through the program, you became one of the better players, and you went on to college, and they didn't go to college?
Well, my first year there, which was in 7th grade, one guy went to Coastal Carolina to play golf, but I don't think anyone else since then except me went to go play college golf.
Okay. And I know this was probably mentioned before. We did mention it before, but the question came up again, and I want to make sure that we try to ask this question because they ask it. What sold you on A&T? What was that deal breaker right there? Like, I'm coming. And I know you said because it's closer to home, but what else was the sell for A&T?
I really liked how the coach responded to things. She seemed really level-headed about certain situations and responded well to questions and how you may experience a tournament. So that was a major factor of why I went there.
Right, got you. So have you ever been in a televised event for golf where we actually could watch you play walking down the green? It's Golf Channel and all of that good stuff.
No, sir, not a televised event.
Okay, all right. So I know that's coming. That's getting ready to come. So get ready. So, hey, John, look, I know it's hard to believe for me that it's been an hour and we're wrapping up this show, but I want to thank you for being a guest on the Iron Sharpening Iron Show. Look forward to seeing you play, following you in North Carolina A&T. I got to find that schedule and get all that up so I can make sure that have a idea what's going on. I remember, again, I know we had another guest on the show, Miss Kendall Jackson, and I will follow everything that she was doing. So I'm gonna have to definitely make sure I tune in and follow what you're doing because I feel vested in seeing you be successful, and I want to see you make the Q school and all the other schools, because I know right now they got what they call the big break out there. Is that something that you would like to get on? I know the Golf Channel got that show, The Big Break, where people breaking glass with their driver and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that
I've
you
honestly never heard of that?
Huh?
I've honestly never heard of that. I don't watch on TV.
Okay. I got you. Okay. All right. No problem. Is it, do you and Big Dog have a financial responsibility? If so, name one. Okay. I don't know what the question is. Well, this is one thing for a lot of people, and we got a couple of seconds left. Is it expensive to play the game?
Very.
Okay. So if you're a parent out there and your kid is talking about getting into the game of golf, it is very expensive to play golf. So for what I even know, like I said, and I know John could probably tell us more, just getting your bag in one way, that's expensive. The drivers, the irons, the putters, the balls, the practice time, getting out there on the course. Most courses will support you if you're in there, give you more practice time and things like that. Having a personal trainer, because you would need do you? And I know we can go over just a little bit. You have a coach for putting?
I have a coach for putting and then ball striking and chipping.
Right. And so that's 3 different coaches, or just 2 coaches?
2 coaches.
2 coaches. So 2 different coaches, and then that's not even including weight training. That's a whole different person as far as putting you in the gym and giving you the workout, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Depends on who you are, but I did a lot of strength and conditioning in high school, so I kind of know what to do.
You got it. Okay. And then you got your the nutritionists. They tell you the proper diet and sleep and all that good stuff. Right.
Yeah.
You say your mom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, so it's a lot more that goes into it, and then we're not even talking about the clothes, the hats, the shoes, the gloves, the pants and shorts or whatever. So it does take a lot, and then the courses. You want to play the top courses in the world, you're paying top dollar to play those courses. They're not letting you out there. They might let you out there, John, because you're collegiate, but the average person walking up, you're paying, $100 or more to play some of these courses, and that's it can get expensive real quick, real fast. So if it's something you want to get into, there's a lot of different levels out there, and I'm talking to the parents more now. John's, like I said, you got the first tee programs, you got a lot of junior programs that's out there. They got what they call youth on the course, where it only costs the youth $5 to play the round, but they have to walk. And that's another thing a lot of people don't realize too. There's no carts when they're out there playing. They have to actually walk the course. So they're looking at anywhere between 3 to 6 miles a day per round if they're playing 18 to get through that course, because of the fact that there's a lot of walking out there, carrying a bag with 14 clubs in it, including balls and stuff like that. So it does get tough. Golf is probably one of the hardest sports in the world to play, but it's the most rewarding if you ever get out there and get it right. So I'm a lover of golf, so you ain't got to worry about me. But anyway, John, I want to thank you. It's one more question, and we're going to definitely have to close the show out. But it says, how do you feel about the lack of diversity on the next level? And what is your opinion of the APGA? So just want to throw that out there, John, for you. The lack of diversity at the next level and the APGA.
I really love the APGA. They're giving a lot of opportunity to people who, look like me, in brown skin. I think they give a lot of opportunity to people. My friend just got something really great with them, so he can go to the next level, go through Q school and play a lot of their tournaments. It's, the diversity in the game is something we need to get into for sure. A lot of kids would rather play basketball or football, to be completely honest. And I mean, that's okay. But, a lot of kids don't even know like what the game of golf really is. They think it's, an old white man game, but anybody can play it. Anybody can love it, and anybody can get really good at it. So.
Yeah, good point. I know that wasn't even an option when I was in high school, and I was in the 80s in Maryland and Washington, D.C. It just wasn't an option. We didn't have it in our schools. But there's another guest we had on the show who played high school golf and won the county championship. And I'm like, wow, it's just how much time has changed. And so you're right. So the APGA is a good opportunity. But then at the same time, you have to get out there and do your thing. So if you put the work in, you can get it. So again, John, I want to thank you for being a guest on the Iron Sharpening Iron Show. I'm going to ask you to hold back for a second, if you don't mind, once we close out. For everybody who tuned in today, thank you for being a coming out and supporting, and all the questions that you had for John and Big Dog up in the corner. Thank you. We ask you to continue to tune in every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We ask you to continue to support. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, go ahead and do that. Let us know that you was out there. We thank you. We ask you have a good week. And until next time, peace. Talk to you later. All right. Go take a second.